everyone, it's your girl Jen, and we are going straight to business, freelancing to be specific. I have been freelancing for a decade now, so it definitely makes me seasoned. I learned a thing or two about building your business, building your brand, and being able to stand out. This video is sponsored by Squarespace, and I'll be sharing with you some tips that I found useful in this space. So let's get started. So at a bare minimum, you need to know what your business is. What do you do? Are you a graphic designer? Are you a video editor? Are you a stylist? Are you a hairstylist? Are you a video producer? There are so many freelancing jobs. What really makes someone next level is having a website. Creating a website sounds so daunting and scary. I mean, my first website was the best that I could do. It was so hard. You don't need to worry about that anymore thanks to Squarespace. Geez, I've been using Squarespace since 2016 and it's made my website look so dope, so professional, so clean, crisp. Squarespace has so many templates for you to choose from and it requires no coding. I repeat, no coding. You just simply wave your cursor over the template that you like and boom, you got it. You can upload your personal work, change color themes, add a sick font, and create a contact page where potential clients can reach you. Making a website has never been easier, and I'm gonna run through all the features that Squarespace has to offer. Number one, they are an all-in-one platform to build a professional website, online store, or portfolio. It's so easy to claim a domain/URL, create a custom site that matches your style, and brings your idea to life. For emails, you can stand out in any inbox because Squarespace makes it easy to unify your brand voice with their email campaign feature. For e-commerce, Squarespace has lots of tools to run your business with e-com templates, inventory management, easy checkout process, and secure payments. You can also understand your audience better with their analytics feature. You're gonna have access to page views, traffic sources, time on the website, most read content, and audience geography. You can also purchase domains directly from Squarespace, and each domain comes with a beautiful parking page and free WHOIS or WHOIS privacy. If you need help or have a question, Squarespace offers email support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All customer care team members are employees in their offices and will respond to help requests in about an hour. It's also really nice to be able to display all of your work in one place, and it just makes you very accessible to search for, and the client can look at your body of work and see if it's a good fit or not. You want your website to be a reflection of who you are and what you can do, and Squarespace makes it so easy for us to do that. Honestly, let Squarespace specialize in what they do, which is creating dope, beautiful websites, and you can focus on what you specialize in. Honestly, if I could build this website, you can absolutely do it as well. Head on over to squarespace.com for a free trial, play around with it, and once you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/JenM and you will get 10% off your purchase of a website or domain using my code JenM. It is fabulous. Please go check it out. So once everything online looks good, it is time for you to get out there, mingle, network. And I hate the word networking, but it is crucial. And it can seem very daunting, but it is so crucial. I mean, at this state, it's kind of hard to get out there physically, but once the state of the world decides to calm down, then it's important to get these face-to-face interactions. When you're freelancing, your sphere of reach is very important. Like, people hire people that they know or people that they know that they know, you know? I'm sorry to say, but who you know really matters. Like, let's say there is one job opportunity and the person hiring just gets like a cold email from someone that they have no idea. Their work is like, it's good, but if they meet someone that they know that can do the same job, they're gonna hire that person. And networking doesn't have to be these like huge events and going to big parties all the time. It can be as simple as joining a Facebook group with other people in the same community. It can be signing up for a writing class where there'll be other writers and potential publishers there. It's very, very important to treat everyone with respect and kindness. I really don't like it when people are just nice to that person that can help them. And those people are really easy to spot. You never know what meeting people and being nice to someone will do for you, because you can't really be that strategic about networking. You can't be like, okay, I'm going to meet this person from, I don't know, and I'm going to make a great impression and they're going to hire me. It doesn't really work like that. You kind of just have to like feel yourself out there, and people are always changing jobs in the creative space. I feel like I can make a whole nother video about networking because it's a big beast. But I feel like the biggest tip I can give you is realizing that you are a part of the networking ecosystem. The more you connect other people with other people, the more it'll come back to you. It is like karma. So let's say someone is looking for a graphic designer. I'm like, okay, I'll keep that in mind. And I have a friend who's a graphic designer. I'll be like, hey, you want to use this person, my friend who's great at this? Then your friend that you hooked up with a job is gonna like always keep you in mind for any potential jobs that you potentially might need. So it's just important to have these assets going on. When you make a good impression, that's when you can kind of trade information. And once the potential client sees your website made by Squarespace, they'll be impressed because it builds credibility. Also, websites are a great place for you to stay connected and keep in touch. I get so many emails through my website where people have met me at events, but they weren't able to trade information. They'll contact me directly on my website and email me, and that way we can do business and see how we can collaborate. Finding a community is also a key factor. It doesn't necessarily have to be this people who do exactly what you do, but at least finding like one or two friends that understand the freelancing grind, because it could feel very isolating. Having a community of people that understand you and you can vent your frustrations to and empathize with you is so important. And also you guys can evolve and grow together. You guys can trade recommendations on the best equipment or the best strategy about something. And also you guys can go to networking things together, because when you're already with a group of friends, it's easier to meet other groups of people because it's hard to just be there alone at events and try to talk to people. I wish I could be better at that, but it's just easier to meet people once you already have your community. Do not expect for you to become an overnight success. Honestly, being an overnight success, chances are, if you skyrocket that fast, you will skyrocket down that fast. So it's almost nice to have a gradual build up and up. You need to have patience because you're probably gonna do this job for free for a bit. You gotta really, really enjoy what you do. When I first started YouTube, I had no idea that I would have the financial stability that I have today doing this job that I love. But it took a while to do this. I was doing YouTube for free for years. It was always my side hustle. I always made sure that I was able to support myself in other ways. I was working at a smoothie shop. I was going to college. And it wasn't until I was able to support myself fully for at least a year doing YouTube was when I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this full time. Let's freaking do it. Just be smart about it, because I know I hear some advice of people being like, if you're gonna be freelance, you gotta go all in, no safety net. But I don't know, as someone who is very risk adverse, I recommend having a safety net. Save some money up before you go full freelance, or wait until you have some financial stability as freelance and then go full time. It's gonna be a grind, and it's called a grind because you are grinding it out. You're like pushing yourself at max capacity. And if you do jobs for free, make sure that you are strategic with the jobs that you do for free, because people will 100% take advantage of you. And if you do work for free too much, it can also bring the rates down for everybody else. Your skill won't be taken seriously enough if everyone's just doing it for free. You know what I mean? So it's important to be very calculative on who you work for free for, because doing work for free, there needs to be some incentive for you. When you're working from home, it is so important to have a clean environment. At least for me, I cannot stand a dirty environment. It makes me feel so cluttered. It makes me feel claustrophobic. I am dramatic, but my space is everything. So when I'm working from home, I make sure that it is clean, it is tidy, everything is where it needs to be. If my place is dirty and I need to work, I almost use cleaning as a way to procrastinate. I'm like, ooh, I can't work until the floors are scrubbed. So make sure that your space is clean before you set out time for working, because when you are working, you should just be working and not focusing on anything else. And having a clean environment really helps you hone in that energy. If you're working from home, it is always so important to find what time your flow is. And a flow is when you are the most productive. And flows can be different for different types of projects. Some people are most productive at 10 a.m. after they've had their first coffee. Some people have it in the afternoon, others at 3 a.m. It does not matter because in freelance, as long as you get your work done, no one cares what time you got it done. As long as it's there, like by the deadline. That is what's important. It's really helpful to know when you're the most productive because it creates a routine for you. So for me, I get my flow at like 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. That is when I'm the most productive, especially for admin work. I'm in the zone, and this is where I can also carve out treatments too. I feel really creative then too. I have my filming flow from like 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. when the sun is out because honestly I have no choice because I don't really understand how to use synthetic lights. So I film when the sun is out. And if I am brainstorming, my flow comes at 10 p.m. This is when all the resistance is gone and I have no distractions and I'm just focusing on this creative concept. I'm just like playing around. I'm like looking at films. I am reading books. I am looking at artwork from different sites. In this job where there's no routine, I have created this routine for myself and I absolutely love it. Now we're moving on to finances and expenses. It was never my forte. From the jump, I have always had an accountant. I know what my strengths are, and they do not lie in numbers. And I consider your mind as precious energy. And if doing taxes and calculating makes you want to pull your hair out and makes you so anxious and debilitates you from actually doing your work, just get an accountant. Honestly, that is money that's investing in yourself. And with taxes, you want to make sure you're doing it the right way. And your accountant can help you set up estimated taxes so that way you are giving your money away to the government throughout the year. Taxes are very stressful for a freelancer because you don't get to keep the money that you get. You need to give a percentage of that away back to the government. And it's literally so depressing. I really wish that the government just took away the money before it got into my account. It's not fun. So you're gonna need to save the money that you get and save a portion of it for taxes because you never want to spend more than you're earning. It's also very important to track your expenses. Now it's so easy. There are like lots of apps for this, but you literally just take a picture of your receipt and you can throw away the receipt and the receipt goes into the iCloud and then it just organizes everything for you by month. And it's amazing because if you ever get audited, which I hope that I never do, that's really gonna come in handy. Having a website is a key component on keeping your work impeccable because it is the first digital impression that anybody or any potential client might have of you. And it really sets the tone of what your reputation might be. And Squarespace makes it so easy for you to create a website and have you prepared. As a freelancer, your reputation is everything. If you drop the ball over and over again, word spreads so quickly and no one's gonna wanna work with you. So make sure that you are on time, that you are kind to people, that you are always doing your best, that you're prepared. These things are so crucial when it comes to freelancing. Be communicative, be direct. I feel like even if you are amazing at what you do, let's say you're just this amazing photographer, if you always have a stank attitude at work and you're constantly late and flaky, I'm sorry, but there's no one that's gonna wanna work with you. Or if once they do, they're gonna realize, that was a horrible experience. Let's say you're a mediocre photographer, but you have a bright attitude. You are always on time. You are super communicative and you make me feel safe. I will just go with you. I will grow with you. I just wanna be around you. And those are the facts. So keep that in mind. So wow, that was a lot, but those were a couple of my tips on how to find success as a freelancer. I would absolutely love to hear any tips that you guys have in the comments down below. I feel like this is just a good place to have a community. Maybe you can network down below. I mean, snap. We're all like connected globally now, which is so amazing. I want to thank Squarespace again for sponsoring this video. Go to squarespace.com to get a free trial. And once you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/JenM for 10% off your first order of a website or domain by entering the code JenM. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Mwah.